Welcome back to Interview Ninja Step 62. Becoming aware of where your time and energy are going. Gathering initial data by capturing details for a particular week. And as Corben does that, having him score his current personal satisfaction in terms of needs and wants. Did he do it because he wanted to do it, or did he do it because he had to do it? You're obviously not going to learn that much just by watching what Corben does. What's more important is you make up your own chart for the last week and maybe for the next day, tomorrow, or the day after, and have a go at scoring your own time. How much activity did you do and why did you do it? Try to make it fairly complete, because where your time is being misspent is really important. That's really where you're going to get the wins from managing your own time more effectively. By the way, for the camera, Klaus Moller, My Life Tree, a different book about personal development, probably 15, 20 years old. Very, very interesting book. Don't know if it's still available, but it does explore helping you decide who you are and what you want to be. It goes along with another bunch of books called What Color is Your Parachute? Strange stuff, but there you go.
Just trying to remember what I did on Monday.
Detail, level 3 is not important. What we're looking to do is get an overall concept of where your time and energy is going. And how purposeful it is. And it might turn out to be absolutely fabulous, and there's nothing needs thinking about.
I'll talk to you when you come back in, because I think it'll be an interesting one, because I don't work anymore. So, well, in a regular, I'm still working towards my own goals.
And so basically, the meta language behind I don't work anymore is I'm doing more of what I want to do rather than what I have to do.
Well, exactly.
Okay, or even need to do.
No, my ratio of have to and want to has gone way up on the want to side and way down on the have to side.
Yes, and so what we're doing now is, and hopefully that is going to be the rest of your life.
Hopefully,
right?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, but managing your time and energy in those circumstances is the main thing I want to talk to you about. Because you're different. That's going to be different. Think of all your contemporaries, your peers. They don't have to think about that. They go off, they go to university. The lecturer tells them what they've got to do. The next 3 years. It's not like that in your case. Which also brings on, whether we get it done today or another time, is Hertzberg. I would love to put into your mind, no, Maslow, not Hertzberg, Maslow.
What, the motivational triangle?
Yes. I'd love to get that into you before you actually go off on our next session. 10 minutes should be enough to capture the level 1 principles of where your time's going and how much you're enjoying it. Okay. In fact, 10 minutes is almost like more than enough.
Yeah.
But what I want you to be doing at the same time is presenting to camera and talking about what you're doing and why you're doing it. Because we want to capture that. It's not just the facts and the numbers. It's this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it, this is why I'm enjoying it or I'm not enjoying it. And you could even say that where it fits into your grand plan, if you have a grand plan. Okay, so 10 minutes for that. I'll come back at 10 after 12. Hopefully, it won't be silences after 3 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
I shouldn't be. I've got a whole week to do.
Yeah, so, you should be able to talk for 10 minutes about what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And how you feel about it. And especially once you get down to Friday, and bear in mind, at the end of all this, I want to start talking to you about your longer term plans and your approach to them. You do that.
Okay.
Remember, the camera's there with you. They're a partner with you in sitting interested in what you're doing.
Where does your time and energy go? Note the hours and enjoyment level. So it's pretty good now because all my time and energy goes to things that I want to be doing, really, apart from, well, let's go through it. So Monday, I was teaching for about an hour to 1 hour. Teaching is about as far on the have to side of things as it gets because, well, even so, it makes me money, which is good, but there's only so much enjoyment you get from telling 5-year-olds to play the piano. So I'm gonna go for a 6.5 on the enjoyment level because I'm assuming anything below 5 is some kind of scale if I had to do it, and anything above 5 is I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it, but didn't love it.
Talking to camera,
Yeah.
just an experiment. It's an experiment. You know?
Okay.
It could be only. I could say, imagine it's your dad or your mum or whatever. But try that and see if it influences the dynamics of the way you describe what you're doing.
Okay.
Because the reason I've said that is you're not. If she's there watching you while you do it, you're not going to ignore her. Whereas if it's somebody else, you might forget they're there.
Yeah.
So you'll engage with it.
I've got quite a comfortable. Maybe it's unnatural, but my level of who the camera is in my head, I feel comfortable doing it now.
Okay.
Maybe
Who is it?
Maybe it's not a person. I just I now have a relationship with the camera.
Okay.
As the camera.
Ah, so it's like a person, a stranger, or a group.
But be it not my dad or my mum, because then that's an individual specific relationship.
That's better still. Yeah, if you can do that and sustain the conversation, let's see if you can do that.
Well, I'll try. I did it last time, kind of.
Good.
Right. I'm going to make a new column on the right for time because there's nothing in there. I'm going to put time and then, the pen doesn't work. It'll be less squished in hours. So my teaching, it's for about 1 hour. And then I did babysitting, about 3, I'll put it in my time thing, 3 hours. My enjoyment for babysitting, not that high, maybe a 4, because I didn't have to do it, but money, so I did. Music, just general music practice, which I do about 2 to 3 hours of in a day, and enjoyment 10 out of 10. That's why I do it. It's totally of my own accord. Going on a run, I'll do half an hour, 30 minutes. Enjoyment 10. I wanted to do that. Well, actually, no, 9. Tuesday, I had some people round for music recording. I'm going to put my enjoyment as 8. It was fun doing it for someone. Someone's come to you to make a song, then it's like you have to make it how they see it first and then how you see it later. So it's not entirely myself. So I'll give that an 8. And I think I did about 3 to 4 hours on that. I can't really remember. What else did I do I went shopping for travel stuff. Enjoyment, I'll give that another 8. I don't mind it, but it needed to be done, and I spent about 2 hours on that. And then I don't think I did any music practice because I did so long on my music recording. Can't remember what else I did on Tuesday, if I'm honest, but that's a fair few hours. Wednesday is today. That was yesterday. I went to spa with my friends, which was nice. Enjoyment 10. Didn't have to do that at all. I spent 2 hours there, and that was good stuff. I went on a run again. Enjoyment, give it another 9. Did my music practice. I did a lot longer music practice yesterday. I probably did about 4 hours. So I'll do 4 hours and 10 as always. Oh, I forgot. Tuesday I did teaching, jumping back, And that was with Ezra and Tabby next door, and I like doing that. So I'll give that 7 to 8 because I did like doing that. I mean, there's only so much you can enjoy. Well, I can enjoy teaching. I don't know about other people, but how long was that? That was about 2 hours, roughly. There and back. Today is Thursday, so I'm doing this thing right now. I'll put University of Life Enjoyment 1,000,000, obviously 1,000,000. There we go. What else am I doing? Oh, I'm running like kind of slightly boring errands today. I'll do running, boring jobs, and I'm going to give that a 3 because I suppose it's for my enjoyment in the long term. I'm running these things to go and get stuff that I need for like my music stuff, but I have to go and find things and buy things. It's not very fun. I'll give that. It's going to be like 1 to 2 hours. I don't know because I haven't got there yet. I don't know what I'll do with the rest of my day. Possibly this evening, I'll try and squeeze in some music practice. When I say practice, just me doing my own music. So if it's recording or practicing or playing, I'll try and do 1 to 2 hours of that. Friday, which is tomorrow, I've got a recording session with my buddy. Give that a 9 because it's mostly my music, and that's quite fun. And then I've got to sort out my travel visas. I'm going to give that a 4 to a 5 because it's exciting. Sweet! It's really messy. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll scan it or something. But there's my agenda. Looking over my scores, they're a bit high. I suppose that's a good thing, isn't it? But let me have I'm going to work out my average. Let's see what my average happiness score is. This is weird. 6.5. Not going to do the 1,000,000. I'll just count it as a 10. So that's 137.5 happiness rating for the whole thing. I'm going to work out the average. What's a happy week and what's not a happy week, and then that's it's only 5 days. So I'll divide that by 5 to find my average happiness. Oh no, sorry. How many things am I doing? How many hours am I working or doing stuff that I've registered? So that's 32.5 hours, which gives us a total happiness rating of 137.5. That doesn't seem right. How you doing?
I'm good. Am I here?
Yes, you can be wherever I'm just doing bad math is what I'm doing. So I worked it out and then I thought, oh, I'm looking very happy. That's maybe I'm being unfair.
Okay.
So I worked out my average happiness rating for the whole thing.
Okay.
And then should have done it by task. That's what I did wrong. I did hours, not task. How you doing?
We're back.
I just want to. This is feeling very.
Do it. You want to complete. You want the satisfaction from going around the cycle.
There we go. That's the number I wanted. So my average happiness for every task that I do is 8.1, which is pretty high. Cool.
Gestalt-wise, you needed to finish the task.
Yeah.
Corben obviously has no difficulty talking to camera now, and he's differentiating quite well between needs and wants. What isn't happening is getting any sense of overall purpose, any strategy, and he's not really going very deeply into his emotions in terms of the why. So I think there's more to be done on introspection and discovering his own superpowers, really, and learning to appreciate them. So it's self-awareness, self-understanding, and self-appreciation. And in step 63, we're going to try and go a bit deeper into helping him understand where his real potential is.